Good morning, guys. I haven't done a video in quite a while. I haven't been feeling well, so I have been trying to focus on using that extra energy to get the house in order. I'm shaking my camera. So I put my feet on it. I put my feet on the table legs, or the little thing that shakes the camera. Okay, so yeah, I've been trying to use my extra energy to any energy that I have to straighten up the house and get myself caught up, which is getting there. I've been able to do my laundry and fold it and put it on the couch. It's on the couch and it hasn't moved from the couch, but it's folded. Well, no, wait. There's two loads that aren't. And the garden is cleaned and prepped for planting, although I didn't do it. The chickens did. So I just went and took each bed and opened the netting, and they went in and cleared it. And then I closed the netting, and I was like, thank you. It's like, chickens, hey, they're very good, hard landscapers. The only problem is that he has a couple of he lost two of his game birds. So he has two game birds left, and one of them likes to flies over the netting, gets into the beds. Actually, no, he has more than, Maggie's been getting into the beds too. Maggie sneaks in, then I have to get her out. She's in my, she's in the bed she keeps getting into the bed that has the cilantro, and I'm like, no, that's precious, get out. So anyway, so yeah, so I still need to do some planting in the garden, and I'm getting there. I'm getting excited. It is March the 9th. Today's egg day, which means we have to Bruce has to wash eggs. I usually can't unless I put gloves on because my hands get eczema. Let's see, what else? Did church yesterday, and it was really, we're going through the Bible, so it's kind of fun to go through the Bible with your entire church. It's a big church, so we don't know as many people we know a lot of the people at the church, but we do the evening services, so the two first evening services of every month, and so we don't really know a lot of people in the church because we don't do the morning services, or we don't go to the morning services very often, just because I can't. We watch online and stuff. And but I know a lot of the people that go, they just don't know I go because they don't go to the evening service or whatever. So anyway, we go to Oakwood, and so yeah, so we're going through the Bible, going through Numbers, So it goes through like the whole, counting of people and what their names are, and you're like, okay. It's interesting though. It really is. I don't know why. This is my third time through the Bible, and cover to cover, and this time has been more interesting because I'm starting to understand it a bit more. It's funny that it takes that long to go through it for you to understand it, because you have to know the whole story and understand it, completely understand it correctly, to be able to understand the Old Testament, and then you start to look at the Old Testament and go, oh wow, that's what Jesus saved us from. Wow, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. He made it really easy for us compared to the Old Testament. But yeah, so we're trying to get the house in order. Bruce has got my porch out there, like a little over half of it is screened in. It's got a nice little swing area for, I put my swing down low. It was Justin's idea. I put my swing down low, and I put my ottoman in between his swing and my swing. They're both my swing, but I got them both as gifts. But so he uses one swing, and I use the one that hangs from the top and swings. And I love my swing. But the ottoman is a little higher, so I can put my legs up. So it's nice. And so we go out there and we do our readings, and we're reading a book on how to hear God, and from Joyce Meyer, and then we're reading the Boundaries book on marriage, which is really interesting for us because we talk it out. We read the thing and then we go, okay, well, how does that? It's fun. It's interesting, but it's really been kind of neat because it shows it. I'm open to being told whatever. I'm open to learning, and a lot of people don't like to be told anything. They're like, no, I'm, good, just like I am, and I'm, no, I don't. I don't do that. I know I have things to work on, and I really want to be better. I want to be good. I want to be better. I mean, none of us are good, but I mean, you can try. You can keep trying. And I think life. My coffee is heated up. Hold on, it's probably not heated up anymore. The cup is. That doesn't mean the coffee is. This is my favorite cup. I got from my son. It's beautiful. It's a really pretty cup, but you can only microwave in it when your coffee is up here. So if your coffee's down here, the cup heats, and the coffee does not. And right now the cup is hot. But the coffee is too, so that's good. Where was I? Anyway, I like to, I don't, he and I both, we get to look at what, examples in there and say, oh, that's me. And, oh, that's you. And then learn kind of some different things that we didn't understand or didn't know. And it's kind of, oh, I didn't know that was a bad thing to do. To criticize you. I didn't know that was bad. To give you a hard time. Anyway, so, he won't ever tell me my flaws because he doesn't want to upset me. So I have to find them myself and then say, do I do this? And he goes, yeah. And then whatever. So we're doing that. I have there's an incubator over here that has a late quail. So every once in a while you're going to hear, you probably can't hear it. Every once in a while you're going to hear this little weep, weep, weep. As we hatched a batch of quail, and this one was a late bloomer. It came late, like 3 days after hatch. We went to discard eggs, and it was zipped and like, hi! So we have probably, 18 quail from one hatch, and like 22 from another hatch, 22 or 23 from another hatch, and he has one on lockdown right now, so we'll see what happens with that. So his quail farm is on the way. It's whatever he's doing. I don't know. His quail, he's got a lot of orders for well, no, he doesn't really have a... some people want quail for their snakes, and I'm like, oh, can't we just... Yeah. Anyway, I'm like, if you cull it first, then you can give it to your snake. But you're not giving my live quail to your snake. That's disgusting and evil, and you can't have them. I do have 2 birds in the house that are not well. Don't know what's wrong with one. She's just kind of quiet and whatever. And then the other one has my naked neck boy, my beautiful naked neck boy, who makes that he makes that crow like that one show. I can't remember the show. Anyway, so he makes this crow that goes, oh, and then I always go, na na na, that kind of. Anyway, so he is in the house. He has a huge wound on his neck, which I think we're learning is a pox wound that just went crazy. But I mean, it's like that big on his neck, and he's a naked neck. So normally a bird won't have one on its neck. It only has it in areas where it has skin that's available. That could be, well, birds have feathers on their neck. Well, not a naked neck. So, anyway, so that has been challenging, extremely challenging, and wow, kind of like a horror movie and working with that thing. So, but he's still crawling and everything, so that's a good sign. And I'll just have to keep praying for him and hope he gets through it and does well, and that we're able to get everything and he heals and whatever. So he's got a good drive to heal. So, but then everybody else is doing great. So, knock on wood. And so that's great. We're getting some good eggs, and so it's good. It's raining today. It was not supposed to be raining today. So it is a good day for washing eggs. And stuff. I've got my, over there, all of my, like African violets that are I'm propagating some of my African violets just because my mom did it. She's really good at it. And like she had like this lighted stand in her house that had like fluorescent lights on each row, and it had like three shelves or whatever, and it was a good 4-foot stand, and it was like packed with African violets of every color, striped ones and purple and red and white and just any color there was. I mean, if there was a color that she was missing, she was out getting the color, and she did that for a few years. And with my sister-in-law Donna was there, kind of, they'd talk about it while they played Yahtzee every day. How they could play Yahtzee every single day for like a year. It's such a boring game for me. But they had fun, and they did it every day, and I got to watch the baby while they did it. I got to watch my nephew, Mikey. Miss that little guy. Anyway, so little guy. He was a big guy when he passed. So anyway, I don't know why, but I've just become interested in propagating the African violets and other things. I got a plant sent to me from my cousin, a dolphin plant sent to me from my cousin, which is so cool. It's back there. It's right there. It's so cool. It has little dolphins. It looks like little dolphins. It's a succulent. And then I looked online, and they've got some that look like pink roses and stuff. And I'm like, I need those. But I'm not great with growing succulents yet, so I don't know. This one's staying alive. So that Candy's like, put 2 ice cubes in. I forgot, 2 ice cubes once a week. I don't know. She'll have to tell me. And I did one day. I went over and planted stuff with my cousin at her nursery. That was so much fun. I love doing that. I'm going to have to do that again. Except I did it when she was off. I mean, so she was off. She was getting ready to go home. And I walk up going, hey, we get to stay here for another 3 hours and plant plants. Poor thing. I just sit there and tolerate my need to plant for I don't know how many hours. When she was off, she's supposed to be able to go home. Poor thing. And then we went to Jason's Deli, a week later, and talked for, from 1:30 to 6 after 6 o'clock. Jason's Deli works really well because nobody says, can you leave our tables now? Because, anyway, let's see what else. Oh, I took my Christmas tree down. Aren't you happy for me? It needed to come down. It was dusty, and it needed to come down. It was driving me nuts. It needed to go. And that was a good face. Sorry. And let's see. So, kind of getting things in order. I've got some ideas of some things to do, but I just don't get, like right now I'm getting a wave, what I call a wave. It's where all of a sudden your body feels like it's like from top to bottom, it feels like you're getting lightheaded and whatever. So I'll have to take a look here in a minute. But yeah, that kind of slows me down. Hold on just a minute, and I'll go ahead and do that so that it kicks in for a while. Okay, back. Okay, so this is the dolphin plant. So you can kind of see the little dolphins. Let's see. I'm trying to show you a specific dolphin. Okay, I'm gonna have to put my foot on the table so you can kind of see. See, that's a little dolphin right there. I mean, they all are, but you have to like turn it certain ways for you to be able to see when they look like a dolphin. They're just neat. So they have these little. See how that looks like a dolphin. See the dolphin plant? Anyway, it's very cool. And then this is actually two of the African violets I'm propagating. See those little green things right there? Those are growing! Yay! And this is the one that I successfully propagated from my main plant. See? It's not flowering yet. But and then my main plant is on the porch, probably getting zapped from cold or something. So that has been fun. Just to do. I love nature. I don't know what it is. I think I always tell Bruce, I said, my mom had this weeping willow tree. It was the most beautiful of course, my mom had the most beautiful weeping willow tree. My mom had, if it wasn't absolutely perfectly beautiful, she chopped it down. So, it had to be pretty nice. Excuse me. So she had this gorgeous weeping willow tree. And I would pretend I was a princess and walk through it and just kind of and I was a very outdoorsy type of girl. So I was barefoot with my raggedy hair hanging down. I didn't comb it or anything. I was just I was a little bit of a tomboy nature girl-ish type child. As a child, my mom would make me look all foo-foo, but that wasn't me. I was out saving worms and frogs and stuff, and loved to lay in the grass and do cartwheels in the lawn and that kind of stuff. So, but she had this weeping willow that was just absolutely gorgeous, and it was like some magical sort of tree, and I would kind of walk through and just kind of like I was in some sort of little place, which always aggravated her because I would tangle them, because the weeping willow tree, they hang down, and I would tangle them up, and I'd braid them, oh my gosh, she got so mad at me. I don't know why. I'd just go back out there and do it again because I, was daydreaming and having fun, and oh my gosh, I would get screamed at. And, and then you learned that you could take the weeping willow strands and you could go like this all the way down and then make a flower. Oh my God, would I get in trouble for that one? That was bad. But, I would tangle them just by walking through, so she would get mad. I'm like, oh, what are you going to do? Bring your weeping willow comb out to comb? But, my grandmother raked her carpet, so I came from that kind of family. It's just funny. Mom would be like, don't go in that front room. Grandma just raked the carpet. She'll see your footsteps. My cousins know what I'm talking about. They're like, yeah, mm-hmm. And get back to Candy and I were talking about that. We weren't allowed to sit on the couch, so we had these 3 pillows. I've told you about the pillows. And the thing that bugged my grandma the most about the pillows, some of the balls would fall off. Now, I never pulled a ball off, but, well, maybe I did. I don't know. I don't think I did. But anyway, some of the little balls, little tassels around the outside had little fuzzy balls. And some of them got pulled off. And You're like, well, turn it so the missing balls don't show. But hey, we only had 3 pillows. Everybody else had couches and other things to sit on. We had pillows and a carpet. Unfortunately, that carpet didn't need to be raked. Otherwise, we'd be in, don't move, just stand there. My family has had such beautiful ladies that were very, very, my mom wasn't delicate. She'd go out there and work the garden, be dirty and mucky and and tired and evil. Sorry, love you, Mom. But my grandmother loved to like come out and like pull weeds, but she was like super delicate. Had these giant I don't know what those flowers, big pink flowers, and her favorite color was pink, which is my favorite color. You need to know all this information, just because I don't know, and I haven't done a video for a while, so I guess I just need to talk. So we're still doing our Friday morning shows, and they're just this times 2. Bruce and I laughing and talking about strange things, usually teasing each other about things. Usually me teasing him because he sets me up, makes me look like an evil wife. I don't think I'm an evil wife. I can be an evil wife. No. Yes. Sometimes. I don't know. I don't think so. Sometimes. Anything else? No. I mean, good heavens. Sorry. Saw something in a tree. Thought it was a hawk. So it's a rainy day. It looks kind of, I guess it looks kind of like, except for the glow over there. Looks like some sort of magical glow over by the plants and stuff. We did get, it was kind of neat, we got a chicken sign from one of Bruce's customers, a lady he's been doing bill on for quite a while. She's a pastor's wife, and she's older, and she got him a chicken sign. So he went to give her a hug, and she goes, no, don't give me a hug. I said, were you like stinky dirty from doing the lawn that she didn't want to hug you? But I thought that was so neat that she gave us these birds, they just don't learn. That's netting. You can't fly through that. Anyway, so yeah, and so it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? So things are, that I'm not ready for the heat. I like the weather like it is right now. Even though it's Texas weather, she got like in a couple of days we're gonna have like 80 degrees, and then it goes like it's like a teeter-totter. It goes whatever it wants to do, and so but I'm not ready for summer heat. We still don't have the pool put together, fixed, repaired, whatever, and some of it kind of looks like chaos back there. It's like, it looks like a chicken yard / quill yard / pool / whatever. And it looks a little rough. Some people would think it was a little rough, and I love it. I love it. I mean, I love to go out there and pick up my birds and hug them, and I love to see them, and I love to be like in the garden working and have one talking to me while I lost a naked neck, a full-size red naked neck that I had just talked about her and shown everybody how beautiful she was. And I lost her to probably an injury. She probably was injured. That's the only thing that I can think of with what I saw through the necropsy. But she would stand there wherever I would dig, and she would wait for worms and be like, "Oh, Mom, what you got?" And like stand on your hands while you're digging, and I'd be like, "Honey, get off my hands," And then I have my Ella Bell, who is my Easter egg. And every time I dig, she pulls on my pants leg to ask me for treats. And I'm like, always. I mean, you always know it's her before. And then Henny, of course, jumps on your back. And I always say I should get a tattoo of chicken feet right there. Except my kids are like, you would never get a tattoo. You know what? I'm going to do one. I'm going to get a tattoo just so I can show them. Because I told them I never, ever would get one. So it would make me a liar. But Justin has a tattoo of his heartbeat. And I kind of want to get one. I want to make some extra piercings. I don't know. I'm not going to pierce anything strange. Like I wouldn't do my tongue or anything, but I'd like to do some extra piercings up here. So I saw on Amazon you can get these little guns for like $4, and you just could click and it puts an earring in. And so I'm considering buying a couple just for fun, but I have a good pain tolerance. Given the fact that I have fibro, I have a good pain tolerance because I'm always in pain. So certain things is kind of like, yeah, whatever, that's nothing. So I'm kind of considering that. And then, I don't know, I'd kind of like to do a tattoo right here that says like beautiful, because that's my goal in life, is to make life beautiful. I mean, that's been it's like one of my favorite words. It's the perfume I bought when I was young. It's just one of these things that I feel like, in life, you look for that, and that's nature. That's just, but then I'm different than some people. I find very natural, organic things beautiful. I'm not one of these people who will be like, oh my gosh, that woman with all the makeup and stuff is gorgeous. I'm like more of an inner beauty type, or you can see I don't know, you can like see it through people's eyes or whatever, that type of stuff. I don't know, I'm more of a hippie chick. So I've considered that, and Bruce is like, ooh, you should get a foot tattoo, because I have one foot with varicose veins, and I'm like, I'm not sure it would make the foot look better. I'm pretty sure it just make the foot look like a tattoo on a ugly foot. So, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. But, I'm going to shock my kids one day and have like a tattoo. I should get a sleeve. I'll get one of those fake ones that you pull on. Oh, look at the sleeve. You didn't. It just rolls down. It's like a big pantyhose on your leg. But yeah, so eventually one day I think I might do that just for fun. I don't know. Life is short. So you get to the point where you're kind of like, what kind of weird crap can I do? I'm very boho, so it's kind of like, that's really, the boho thing, that's really me, probably. That's really me, because, I mean, when it comes down to it, I like, jewelry and long skirts and weird, scarves, and I would do weird stuff with my hair. And if I could get away with it here in town without people looking at me funny, I do it at home. Like I'll dress with long skirts. It was just kind of hard to walk through a chicken yard with a long skirt, because it goes in the mud, and then you're like, great, that was great. So yeah, so it, I try to, because it's because it can do it here and nobody looks at me funny, but I love weird stuff. I love weird. All my purses are handmade bags by me or whatever. And I need to do that one day. I need to make a video of the bags I have available, because they're just in a black tote, just sitting there. And I made a bunch of them, and then I got too sick to make any. Oh man, I miss doing that, and I would like to do that again. And I still have a doll I want to make. I have so many things I want to do. I just need the health to do it. I need the energy to do it. I need more than just a few hours. in a day. You know, you get a few hours in the morning, and then everything's like crash and burn, and you're like, well, there went my day. And if you take a nap, you wake up feeling absolutely horrible, like you have the flu. And I always say, fibro flare feels kind of like the flu or like a hangover, and it's awful. It's just an awful feeling. And so, yeah, it's and the spoon theory is always really great for me because the whole visual of the spoon theory makes you realize, okay, you only have so many in a day. What are you gonna do with them? You can do something fun, because you can't spend every single day using your spoons for the things you have to do. You have to use your spoons for things you want to do also. So you've got to balance it out, because I was spending too much time trying to get my chores done, and my spoons would be gone, and I'd be in bed. And my doctor said, you can't do that. She said, she said either hire a maid or ignore it or something, and do some fun things, because you have to do things that are fun for you, and because otherwise that's not life. You're not living a life. And so anyway, so my Lyrica has not kicked in, so I am going to finish my coffee, go get some fresh air, and hopefully I'll make some more videos coming up. And I haven't blogged in a while and stuff. I should do that, but I don't know. I just haven't. But I kind of like doing the videos instead of a blog, because it's the same thing, except I don't have to type it all up. And I'm a talker. I love to talk. As most of you already know, I think I must have done that a lot when I was a child and talked my family's ears off, and that's why I drove them nuts. So anyway, okay, so I hope y'all have an awesome day. Hope you do something fun with your day. I don't know. It's just, we've got this coronavirus scare going around. So I think, people are talking about getting people to work at home with computers and all kinds of stuff. And I think, excuse me, I think that there's going to be a lot of people at home not knowing what to do with themselves, and trying to figure out how to stay safe and healthy and whatever. Stay safe, but to stay healthy and avoid this virus that's slowly creeping through. We know it's going to go through, and they're working on a vaccine and stuff, but I don't know how fast you can get a vaccine done in, literally months. I mean, that's going to be tough to do. And I've got a son who's going to be coming home in April from he's on leave in April, and he has to fly, and he's flying from an area that's got a lot of the coronavirus, and so I'm like, are you even going to get to come home? So I don't know how that's going to work. So we'll see. But yeah, so we'll see what happens in the next few months. And I pray that all of y'all stay healthy, take your vitamin C, try to eat well, build up your immune system, and stuff. Eat your garlic, so that we can all be healthy and make some immunities to this awful thing. And I pray y'all all have a great day and stay healthy and safe. And I'll talk to you later. Okay? Bye.